All right, y'all. Hey, once again, back again with Will and Drew movie review. What's up, Drew?
And a whole lot of much. We just got back from seeing Spider-Man: Homecoming. In my opinion, actually a really good movie. It started off kind of funny with Peter's the home video that he was doing.
Apparently this movie picks up not too far off from the events from Civil War, and just kind of gives us like a smaller intro of like some side notes that we didn't get to see, like Spider-Man when he first gets his brand new suit, him taking like little selfie photos and videos of himself right before going into his battles, and then just some little tidbits of himself at home afterwards.
It was kind of cool. He actually brought the camera to the battle at Civil War. He's like, oh, check this out. Oh my god, that guy got big, I gotta go. And he put the camera down and ran out to the battlefield. You can't see anything. All you see is a guy flying across the screen.
Well, it's the mentality of a 15-year-old kid. It's just that's one thing that's kind of taking people for a loop, is that this is the third adaptation of Spider-Man now, and I notice how they kind of like making him younger and younger. When we start with Tobey Maguire, he looked like a man in his like already 18, going on 20. Then Garfield tried to pass off as a high school student. Clearly he looked like he should be in college.
I think they're just trying to go for the whole the underdog thing. The guy.
Yeah, he fit the role. He really did. Yeah. He looked like he would have just fit into a crowd, and you would have never, out of a ton of people, ever figured him to be a Spider-Man.
And a superhero. And we were discussing earlier a couple days ago. I'm not good with names. The first guy, the first Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. He was too dramatic. Garfield was too cocky.
Yeah, he was on too many energy drinks.
This guy, I think he did a good job. Tom Holland?
Yeah, Tom Holland. That's one thing. He's playing a 15-year-old, but you can clearly tell he's not 15 years old. But he's pulling it off very well. And yeah, like you say, he really gets that underdog tone. His voice is very. He croaks. They make a little joke about that. About how he sounds like a girl a little bit. Because his voice gets really hot. I don't know. Maybe they caught him right as the hormone stage is working. I don't know.
Either way, he did a great job playing as Spider-Man. With half the nerd, half cocky,
half the nerd. He was not 90%. I think the cockiness was maybe like 2%, and that's when he finally got to talk to his girl, this love interest, plays by Laura Harrier, who plays Liz Allen in the movie. No Mary Jane Watson.
There's no MJ.
Yeah, this is completely different. Yeah. So this may hurt some fans' feelings, but it's just a little minor little thing. But all in all, he has a special love interest, very beautiful girl. Probably one of the most popular kids in school, and one of the smartest too. She's beautiful and she's popular. I'm like,
and she's part of the decathlon team, so got that going for him.
One of the girls too, I wanted to comment also about too, played by an actress named Zendaya, played Michelle in the movie. This girl, she was overblown, honest, and her characteristics and the way she behaves. For 2 seconds, I swear to God, I thought that was my niece. She looks and acts just like my niece. Just brutally honest, and honest. Hey, it's always the best policy. You can stop sometime. I was like, oh my God. But Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. makes his cameo appearances in the movie a few times. Steam Stealer, and that's why I think they only had him in the movie a few times, because every time he came in the screen, Drew, he took over. Yeah. He took over. We forgot all about this was a Spider-Man movie. We were just like, oh man, Iron Man, and Happy was back in there too. He was, reprising his role, didn't skip, miss a beat. We know we haven't had an Avengers movie in a while, but man, these guys, they were on it and
brought their A game.
Yeah, yes they did. And like I said, Robert Downey Jr., playing his role as almost like a Yoda to Spider-Man and everything. Just trying to get him the tricks of trade. Hey man, I've been in this longer than you. Learn to crawl before you can walk. When he told him to start from the ground. Stay on the ground.
And what was it that Tony said when he did Iron Man, sometimes you gotta run before you can walk.
Yeah.
And he just booked it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, sometimes you can do that, but that's not for everybody. Sometimes you really got to take those baby steps. And this is where I want to say, where the movie, how I liked how it took it. I mean, the whole plot scenario was about the usual Spider-Man just going through life. Things don't go right. I mean, as a superhero, a lot of those superhero movies, comic books and whatnot, always display the hero having a great day, everything's going right, they get the girl. Spider-Man, that doesn't really happen to him a whole lot. I mean, in a sense, this movie is kind of like how I looked at it, a display for any young person who wants to go into military special forces and wants to get ready for all that super high-tech war and everything. Yeah. When they come to realize all that preparation, prepare for the worst, you only get the best. But that's what happens with Spider-Man. He's all prepared for the worst thing that could happen. He's got his gear, he's got his suit, but
and he still gets the shit.
Yeah, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You remember that? Nothing happens, and he comes to learn the hard way that just like in life, preparing for a job like that, it's best that nothing happens. Yeah. It really is, because when something actually does happen, you really want nothing to happen anymore.
Yeah, because the villain, the Vulture, was actually
played by Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
actually, good actor, very great actor.
Was played really well, in my opinion.
It's Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
he was the best Batman.
I mean, they
probably didn't kill for that.
but they actually gave him a reason as to why he turned to villainy, and an explanation as to why he can't just turn back from it, because he's doing it so that he can support his family, and while I can admire that, it's just he's doing the wrong things for the right reasons. Sometimes
in life, you don't. I mean, but not saying it's right. Yeah.
And the CG that they did with the Vulture was pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it didn't look all. I mean, when they use CG, yes, you can tell it's CG right away. But with those effects, I mean, they didn't overdo it. They didn't make it all extra dramatic, like saying he could make his wingspan, go from this to they didn't overdo it right there. They kept the simplicity of what, if actuality they were there, what they could do. Like when they had the Doc Ock, he was climbing buildings and reaching like halfway around. It was like, oh, okay, I got it, but you're doing it too much.
Yeah,
slow down. And yeah, it got a good effect with that. I like that. And mainly like the actor Michael Keaton, like I said, done amazing roles in the past. One thing that I admire about Michael Keaton, keep rambling about him, how he's one of the few actors that can have done silly roles, Beetlejuice, and serious roles like Batman, and This Is Such, playing the villain, also in a RoboCop reboot. I mean, not too many actors can pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah, and when they actually reveal who the villain actually is, I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but when they actually reveal who the villain is, it puts a lot of tension between, Peter and the Vulture, and it got really dramatic really quick, and they very quickly found out who each other were, and it's just like, oh my god, they're about to throw down right there, it's going to be freaking epic. No, instead they just issued death threats to each other and went their separate ways. At least for, 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Well, he gave Peter a chance, but,
yeah,
kind of made a different decision. And, his henchman, Shocker, who I was also surprised, another favorite time actor of mine, Bokeem Woodbine, hope I pronounced that correctly, played, not the first Shocker, they kind of switched the Shockers up. So, but, yeah, he got a new promotion. And, like I said, Bokeem Woodbine, great actor. I remember him a lot in the 90s, good to see him reprising a role, something like this again. Also, as to Marissa Tomei playing Aunt May, who is looking very, very more beautiful. That I know that's not proper grammar, but Aunt May's looking very. Marissa Tomei has always been beautiful, but man, she really made Aunt May look a little bit all more beautiful. She's still supposed to be 80 years old. Let me.
Every previous adaptation of Aunt May has always had her as an elderly lady. 50 plus years, always.
Yeah, 50 plus. Yeah,
and
about 50 plus 20.
And here, I would say she's probably in her mid 30s, if that.
Yeah, because Peter's only 15.
Yeah.
He's only 15 years old.
Yeah, so it's easy to see it's easy to see why they probably picked her so young, because they had to pick a younger Spider-Man for that underdog tone. So yeah, I guess they were trying to balance it out like that. But I mean, it was kind of refreshing, but yeah, not too much.
Well, one of the things I kind of really was kind of had me cracking up while I was trying to eat that popcorn and everything. I wasn't trying to steal it all from you. Was how they hit the nail on the head with a lot of gripes that some people had made. Even like diehard fans of preview, like when Spider-Man would be out in the middle of nowhere and then shoot his web. I was like, okay, what did he grab? What did his web grab onto? Yeah, there was one scene. Sorry, there's gonna be a few spoilers in here. One scene, he's out in the big old field. There ain't no buildings around. Shoots up, and the web's just like.
Yeah, web just floats up above a tree and off into the distance. He goes,
yeah, so you know what do you do? Hey, gotta run for it. And you know, like I stated before, you know, it shows like a real. Almost, I mean, I know this is a superhero movie, but it shows a lot of the things that we don't think about for many of us, that especially young men that want to be superheroes, and we don't think about the things like, okay, like I said, things may not always go right.
Yeah.
For Parker, besides just being a nerd, things don't always go right, but even him being a superhero, things got in his way, you know, I mean, when he was swinging through the web, you know, I mean, he ran into stuff, he ran into cars, clubhouses, he scares a lot of little girls camping. You know, I mean, things actually happen. The things that, like I said, if you want to prepare for a job like that, just remember it's not always going to be about action. And if sometimes when the action does actually happen, it doesn't go the way you want to at all. And that's exactly what he gets. So that's what I kind of liked about it, aside from all the other Avengers movies where, you know, like Tony Stark, multi-gazillionaire. What does he not have? You know, I mean, but for Parker, you know, he's still living. Yeah. You know, still trying to graduate, and you know, he still gets in trouble at school, even as a superhero. So, yeah, I like how they just threw that out there too. You know, I mean, there's just some small time things about Spider-Man that all of us laughed about.
And there's a small little cameos by Captain America here and there.
Oh boy, we won't even talk about those. The last cameo, I'm gonna blame that on you. That was completely.
All right, should we spoil it for him?
No, let's not. Let's not.
All, all I'm gonna say is wait for
watch the whole movie. Yeah, watch the whole movie.
End credits.
Yeah, watch the whole movie. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. No, you know what? We might get lynched by this. We might start lynch mob because of some like making that last one. Because but no, trust me. Watch the whole movie. You'll be livid.
I loved it. He didn't. So yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, back on topic here.
But overall, great movie. I watched a couple of other reviews from other casters reviewing it. I don't know why some of their responses were kind of like, typical. No, it really wasn't typical for me. It left me on a like, it really threw me for a loop for a lot. Not the entire movie, but there were a lot of things that just really threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I liked the AI that Tony put in the suit.
Yeah. Gave Spider-Man like his own little like little Jarvis.
Yeah, little Jarvis.
He got no Jarvis no more, but he got his own little Jarvis to help him along, and
I thought it was funny. He goes, "Oh man, I should probably go fight those guys. Would you like me to activate enhanced combat mode? What enhanced combat mode for? Yeah, sure. All right, activating instant kill. What? No, don't do that."
Yeah, he got all his gadgets. He ain't even ready to use them yet. Matter of fact, you remember one scene too. He don't even know how to drive.
No, he doesn't. He's 15 years old. He's never driven before.
He can stop crime. He can stop crime. He can come save the world, but he don't know how to drive.
He cannot drive the car.
He don't have a permit. 15 years old. Yeah, you can't get a permit. Dang.
So it was actually kind of funny when they actually put him in a car. He goes, "I don't know how to drive this thing. How do I turn the headlights on?"
And this is the person that's saving your life. But like I stated, for me, overall, I liked the movie. It was well balanced. It's good for kids, good for adults. In case of any parents are wondering, the violence tone is very low. It's actually more comedic in essence. I mean, don't get me wrong. He does get down and serious, especially when he's toward the end of the movie where he has nothing to really rely on, but only but
Yeah.
his grit and his guts. And to think back where Tony Stark told him was just stay to the ground, try just looking at the little guy,
Yeah.
you know. So, but you liked it, Drew?
I liked it. I thought it was really good. Like I'd probably give it like a 8 or 9 out of 10 actually.
Yeah, I give it a matinee. I give it a high matinee. I wouldn't like give it an Emmy, but I give it definitely a high matinee. And it left us on a good cliffhanger too. So hoping we definitely see a sequel. Also gave us some little hush hushes about possibly, I hope, what's going to be in the next Avengers movies when those come out.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of hoping that Spider-Man's in the next Avengers movie.
Yes, but no, I know. I mean, yeah, it would be a good thing to see, but you know, right now, as he's still trying to develop himself as a hero in a league of already, you know, full heroes. I mean, later on. But you know, it's good to see him. So yeah, I definitely go see it again.
Yeah, me too. It's a good movie. I recommend it. You recommend it?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Like I said,
we recommend going and seeing it.
Yeah, good for kids, good for parents, equally balanced.
And if you don't want to spend money going to a theater, you could always get it on Redbox. Redbox should have it soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, however you want to do, but on out, not a waste of time, not a waste of money. Definitely an ad for your collection if you're one of those diehard like Avenger fans and whatnot. So,
any plans for the next review?
what are we doing?
Well, I guess we could do the Planet of the Apes. The new Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that one looked like it was kind of crowded.
It did. We got in line for the theater, and there was like a dozen people in front of us, and 6 of them said Planet of the Apes, and the other 6 said Spiderman.
Well, hey, it's just like when we just did Despicable Me 3. Everybody's gonna go see Spider-Man, so we got in there. At least we got a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. This is Will and Drew movie review. We'll be back again for Planet of the Apes. We will also be doing little mini reviews in between segments for our upcoming mini review for
Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Yeah, I watched a couple of episodes of that. Yeah,
I attempted to do a recording the other day, and my computer decided to misbehave, so I wasn't able to record. But I will get a review out on it soon. I promise.
It didn't work because I wasn't there because I got to think about this. Disney has shown me a whole new retrospective. Oh yes, I said the word retrospective of what they will release. Anyway, see y'all again.
Peace out.